Suvo is a co-founder of SNRIS Systems, patented technology, blue box, and award-winning company. So they have done commendable work in the space of aquaculture. They've been working with multiple farmer organizations and they're working with banks also. They're having very good model where they can involve farmers directly and they can encourage them. Even Bank of Baroda also approved their project. Without further delay, I would request Suvo to take it forward from here. Thank you, Suvo.
Thank you so much, Yuvraj sir, and very good morning to one and all. Okay, so as you can see, we are the developers of recirculatory aquaculture systems, and we have completely indigenized and patented this technology in India. And this is our technology developed here in India, designed, serviced, as well as upgraded by us. So today I'm going to talk how we are going to work with RAS systems and what kind of business models that we are bringing in. So without much delay, I would come to the core problem and solution that we are having, that is part of our vision. As you can see that our vision is coming from the basic requirement, that is the 50% protein rise in another 10-15 years. And due to this protein rise, we know that fish is consumed 15% globally. And this sector is rising very highly than any other protein sector at the rate of 10.4% per year in India. Now, with this rise of requirement, there is a demand supply gap also that we have seen that is up to 26%. And India is today, whatever fishes India is producing around 12 million tons. India is aiming to produce 20 million tons by 2024 as per PMMSY scheme. And the problem is that 63% of the fishes that is coming from the aquaculture, that is the majority, is having a very less scope of yield increase. And the overall yield is really low and sea catch is reducing, and somewhere there is also ban in sea catch also. So for that reason, the conclusion is going that we have to grow more fish in limited amount of water. So when we have to produce more fish in limited amount of water, then there is a need for more oxygen in the limited every droplet of water. And there is also a requirement of removal of ammonia in every droplet of water. Now there are different kind of traditional and aquaculture techniques that are available. So we have seen that the pond, which is 100% natural, and the cage, which is little bit is also natural, but which is able to remove more ammonia, but it has still problems like ammonia getting stuck into the nets of the cage, leading to disease problem. Aquaponics is more efficient than cages because it is a continuous recirculation and plants are there. Biofloc is little bit more because it forms an ecosystem with the bacteria in the system. With all these things, we have created a scalable jump, that is Blue Box. That is a recirculatory aquaculture system which can do it 65 times. And yes, it is 50% nature and 50% mechanical. So I'm going to talk that how this Blue Box works. And because of all this reason, we have developed this product. Recirculatory aquaculture system is not a very new terminology. It existed long back. So on my left hand side, you can see there is a traditional recirculatory aquaculture system that already existed. So when we visited different countries and seen recirculatory aquaculture systems 7-8 years back, what we understood is that this product is not completely market fit for India. India has capital cost investment challenges by the farmers. And India is also having operational challenges like power. So running a very heavy weighted engineered recirculatory system with continuous power supply might not be possible in Indian farming conditions. And also the cost of the fish. So there are generic fishes that has been traded out of India, which is having a very good market. But in India, it's a state-wise market, variable market. So you have to understand the feasibility and viability also. Keeping everything in mind, and our vision intact to grow more fish in limited amount of water, removing more ammonia, adding more oxygen. With all these fundamentals keeping in mind, we have developed this technology and patented it. This is called a Blue Box. It is an integration of all the RAS filters. It comes with an IoT-based monitoring system by which we can monitor the complete water quality. And from that time, we were able to convert the traditional RAS to a nano RAS. So that is why we hold a patent. So now I would like to talk about the Blue Box process, that how we developed this system. We just didn't assemble different filters and form the system. So how we have developed. So it is connected to a water tank, then it goes to a screen filtration to remove the sewage which is greater than 40 to 50 microns. Then we go through a partial flocculation process to put it down to less than 1 micron. Then we go through a denitrification process using our proprietary supplements and probiotics that we create in our lab. Then we add more oxygen into it to enrich the oxygenation inside the water. And then we go through an ozone disinfection technique. Then we do the degasification of the extra gases that is dissolved. Then we do an UV treatment and put it back to the tank. So to do this entire process, there are different kind of parameters that we keep in mind, that at what time, what is the stocking density, how much feed we are putting, what is the total amount of nitrogen that is there, what is the habit of the fishes in certain temperature, what is the pH, what is the aeration that is required to digest that amount of feed. So everything is calculated and that is mapped to the kilowatt of energy or the per unit energy. So we are going at a very minute mathematics where we are mapping every unit of feed, type of fishes, their habits, their temperature, and optimizing the entire system. So this is our methodology by which we are able to reduce the power 40% than any other RAS system available in the market. Now, everybody would be interested that how RAS system is different than Biofloc. Even we are also supporting different Biofloc projects, but not at a very bigger scale, because now we have this product with us, RAS. So I'm going to talk how it is different from Biofloc. Scientifically, biofloc is a proven concept, but as my previous speaker said, that if you follow YouTube and do without understanding the science, then it's a failure. So with due respect to the scientific principles of biofloc, there is a difference with the RAS. The same capital investment with RAS, we are able to create 40 metric cube system, and biofloc we can create 250 metric cube system. But the cycle time in the RAS system is very fast, because the quality of amount of oxygen, amount of clarity in the water, the environment is so strong, the temperature, so that the digestion and digestion speed, metabolism, everything has a very higher rate, and fishes enjoy the environment and the cycle time reduce. Then it is a completely automated system. Manual intervention is very low. Less amount of labor can do the job. We know that the labor cost is very high nowadays. But in Biofloc, due to strong monitoring, 24/7, the labor cost is very high. And in RAS, we will have only one tank, and in Biofloc, we will have 10 to 20 tanks on that scale. The mortality of RAS is maximum 20% because the water conditions are extremely good. We maintained redundant backup system so that if some pump goes wrong, anything happens, the other system works. So the water quality is brilliant. That's why the mortality is less. In Biofloc, if one is not able to balance the CN ratio, lack of understanding, or there is variation in the temperature pressure, then the mortality could be up to 90% also. And in Biofloc, it is always recommended to put the advanced fingerlings. Fry, which is the usual quality of seed that is available in the market, is quite vulnerable. With this, the production of the RAS is very high. And if the production is very high, the profitability is also very high with same amount of investment. Apart from that, there are certain operational comparison also. Seed cost will be higher in Biofloc because there will be more mortality, so you have to purchase more seeds. The manual labor cost will be lower in RAS. The usage of antibiotics, probiotics, lime is marginal in RAS system. The water exchange cost is also very low because we are using the same water again and again, 2 to 3%, 4% water exchange maximum. The aeration electricity cost is RAS is very low because it has other filters also. But the filtration electricity cost or the operational cost is RAS is very high than Biofloc. It is very, very high. The feed cost of Biofloc is lesser than RAS because in Biofloc there is additional bacteria, flocks also which fishes consume. But in RAS the flock is very less. Now it comes to the production, as my previous speaker said, that the quality of the fish is very important to determine the price of the fishes to create a premium quality. You know, we are blessed with this online marketplace where they are marketing the fishes to the consumers with respect to the quality also. To address this huge amount of online marketplace in the cities, a premium quality is very much important, not only for the export, but also for the indigenous consumption. So in RAS, we are able to create the equivalent sizing with sparkling body with no smell at the gut, because the oxygenation is very high, environment is really good. And in Biofloc, there will be some amount of smell or equivalent sizing will be there because of the environment. However, purging mechanisms can be applied to the Biofloc to enhance the quality. Coming on to the product application, that how this can be used. So first is the hatcheries. The current problem in the hatcheries is the conversion of the egg into spawns. So the this RAS system is increasing the probability of the hatcheries up to from the 10 times. The more egg conversion into spawns happen. The storage of the brood stocks, the amount of eggs they lay, the life of the brood stocks, everything is now getting enhanced with this kind of system. The nurseries rearing from spawn to fingerlings or from larvae to fingerlings, from nauplii to fingerlings is also playing a vital role by the RAS systems, where the life expectancy is around 70%. Apart from that, the tank-based factory aquaculture, which we are currently mostly now, I am going to talk in the next slide that how we are bringing the tank-based factory aquaculture. The live fish transportation using the same type of technology, we are able to transport the live fingerlings also to the farmers, because nowadays the problem is having with the small size seeds, which are having more vulnerability and mortality. So to transport the fingerlings, they rupture the plastic bags. So that is why we have developed a live fish transportation system using the same technology where fingerlings can be transported. Even the table size fish can be also transported live. We have also developed mini RAS system to display the fishes live, just like displaying chicken in the market. Apart from that, we are able to upgrade the ponds with certain sizing and with certain parameters also. And we have a model called Talab Bandhu, which can be integrated to upgrade the pond. We are able to upgrade the cages also, and also we have developed biofilters which can upgrade the current biofloc system to increase the production. So this is our business model, how we work. So our business model is creating the Blue Village. So currently we are working with the Sangli district with couple of farmers in Tasgaon, Kasegaon. These are the areas where we are creating the Blue Village with around 60 farmers. So how we are working on this? Even we encourage if a group of 10 or more or 20 people can come to us, we can design the similar thing for them also. So what we do, we start with the installation of the blue box. So we transport the system to the farmer's place. We install the blue box, the tank, and we also install the IoT-based monitoring system. Then we provide them the lifetime support of the seed, feed, and probiotics. That is not their problem. We are going to transport them to the farmhouse. All the seeds will be qualified through our own hatchery station, where we are going to treat the seeds. We are going to grow them into the fingerlings, and then we are going to do the transport. Then we completely provide them with the aquaculture training and biological support for 1 year till that farmer is completely independent to run the farm. Apart from that, since it is an engineering solution, we completely provide the machinery training also. If something goes to any parts, how the farmer can fix it on its own. And since the parts are made in India, the local electrician, plumbers, fabricators are very much familiar that what kind of technology we have used. So we provide that also. Coming on to the funding application support. So currently we have tied up with Bank of Baroda through Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampad Yojana FIDF loan, where 12 years of repayment is there, and this is applicable for clusters only. And also you can go to the fisheries department where we can avail 60% subsidy for the states which are applicable for subsidy. And also you have agricultural infrastructure development fund for FPOs where they do the investment. You can avail the loan also as an FPO. And there are other financing models also from farmer finance companies where you can get the system at 8% rate of interest. And you can use the system as an collateral also, where we can fix the system at your place as a immovable asset. Once these things are done, we also provide you the buyback. So this is applicable only for a cluster of 20, where we can provide you the complete buyback guarantee. And we not only provide you the buyback of the consumable fish, if you go for a nursery model also, we buy back the seed also, the fingerlings also. Because the same fingerlings are used in ponds where production can be grow up to 4 times. or it can be used in our RAS systems also, where the production will be definitely very high. So this is our cluster-based contract farming model, where we work for a cluster of at least 20. So this is the layout. We don't need a very high area, just 820 square feet with some space in buffer does the job, where we will provide a 40 metric cube grow out FRP tank and a combo filter based RAS system to support the culture. Coming on to the investment, yes, RAS is little bit cost intensive. That is true. So that's why we are helping with different kind of funding schemes also. The investment is around 10 lakh 80,000. So it includes the complete RAS system, 40 metric cube FRP tank. So fiberglass tank is very high cost. So we are suggesting fiberglass tank so that the sludge removal is better. And apart from that, we are providing a free of cost on-site hand holding for a cluster of 20 farmers. In the operational cost is around 4.23 lakhs for the fishes, which are of higher value because the seed is costlier, as well as the feed that they consume, the supplements are also costlier. So the total project cost comes to around 15 lakh rupees. And this 15 lakh rupees, you can go for different kind of funding schemes also. You can self-fund also. The financial analysis goes by with a BC ratio of 1.2, and the recovery on capex is 1 to 2 years. So there are different kind of business model available. You can, based on the state from where you belong, everywhere every fish doesn't work. Everywhere every business model doesn't work. So we have provided couple of different business model. So live tilapia is something which is selling tilapia live is getting more and more popular. If you are doing RAS, you can convert your own farmland into a live marketplace because the water is very much clear. You can easily pick the fishes from the tank and you can sell there itself. Or we have live fish transportation system where you can transport the fishes live to the market. Then you have high valued catfishes, which you can do if you are from West Bengal northeast side of market, where these fishes are of very high valued. And if you are doing shrimp culture, then you can produce fingerlings and sell it to the shrimp farmers, because shrimp fingerlings are in very high in demand, which can be done using this system. As a part of our team, apart from me, I'm looking into the engineering side. I have Ruchik, who looks into the manufacturing. He's a serial entrepreneur. We have Dr. Deepto, who looks into the aquaculture side. He's our fisheries scientist. We have Gaurav, who looks into the marketing. We have Six Sigma Black Belt ISO auditor, who looks into the quality of the systems. We have Shubho, who is an extensive farming experience, is our customer program partner. Then we have second line in command, who is helping us with the design and different aquaculture technologies. We are blessed with great advisors like Dr. Dilip Kumar, who's ex-CP person, Dr. P.P. Chakraborty, who's our CFA principal scientist, Dr. Shivakumar Magada, as well as Dr. Gopi Ghosh. And also won couple of certificates and awards also. We have been the Young Entrepreneur of the Year 2020. We have been the best biotech startup by BIRAC. We are also supported by now Rashtriya Kishan Vikas Yojana. We are winner of Aquacuria. And apart from that, we got orders from CIFA to install the RAS recirculatory aquaculture system for freshwater, and also from CIFI in Powerkera to install the RAS in their campus. We have a couple of projects which we have developed. So if you wanted to visit our projects, you can put it into the chat box. And if you have any cluster or FPO who wants to demonstrate the RAS, you can get in touch with us. So I stop here, and maybe I would be open for now questions.
Thank you very much, Suvo. First important question: your project cost is very high for a farmer, for a single farmer. How do you generally educate them to invest into this? Can you please elaborate on that?
Generally, whenever a general farmer comes to us regarding the project, so we first of all look into the complete demography of that farmer. We do a detailed viability study of that farmer, that what kind of project that farmer should go for, and what kind of fishes that farmer should be going for, and how we can help the farmer. And we also encourage that farmer to bring couple of other friends or group of people, or if that farmer is not able to bring group of people, then we help the farmer to do the application to the local fisheries department for a subsidy. So that is how we are doing. And apart from that, if the farmer is very much new to aquaculture, so before coming to our going for a full-fledged system, we make that farmer as a part of the ecosystem by different kind of engagements. So either we propose them for a smaller model. The model that you see, this is not the smallest model. This is a medium scale model. So we have a smaller model also. So we try to engage them for a smaller scale model also, that okay, you first do the smaller scale model and then you gradually scale up. You can demonstrate the smaller scale model to the banks. They can give you finances for the higher scale model. So that is how we engage the farmer, because we have live fish transportation system whose project cost is around 2.5 lakhs. So, and also we have a iStart model which is costing around 5 lakhs. So we push them for the smaller scale model, or we ask them to go for a group application.
Can you give an example, one case study where any of the farmer has implemented it and how his progress it is, sir?
Yeah, sure. So I have already demonstrated that case study. In Sangli, we have developed a iStart model of 5 metric cube for a woman farmer. So that farmer was initially doing fish culture in 10,000 square feet pond. And that farmer was getting around 200 kilos of fish per cycle, sometimes less around. So by taking that farmer for a smaller scale model, that farmer was able to produce 1 ton of fish in 1 year. So that is a jump of 5 times. And the overall cost of the system was around 4 lakhs, because it is now almost 1.5 years back. Now the cost is little bit hiked after COVID. So that is how, and even to develop that system, the farmers got lending from local cooperatives also. uh, that and today that the same farmer is now going for 100 metric cube system, which is much more costlier than what we have demonstrated, and that farmer is getting supported by Bank of Baroda.
There is a question from Maharashtra actually earlier related to aquaculture. It is to inform me that Suvo is based out of Pune, their company. They are already working in Maharashtra region. So anybody looking to interact from that region, and they are also looking to expand to Odisha is working. West Bengal also they have set up their training system. They are going to set up through our funding. So where farmers can see their demonstration sessions, see their centers, so that they can take a decision how they can go about it. They provided the number also. Anybody is looking for consultation systems, consultancy services, how they can help farmers, various farmers. So their team members are here in the Q&A section. They were given that. Thank you. Okay, sir. There is one question from my side. You are planning to set up a demo centers, right? When you are
Yes,
planning
sir.
and which locations you are planning for, sir?
So there will be two centers. One will be Kolkata area, near to Kolkata area, and another will be in Madhya Pradesh, that is in near Itarsi. So there, these are completely with the government collaboration, uh, and this will be the demonstration centers for training also. Farmers can come visit and get themselves trained also, and they will be further supported with joint collaboration with us as well as the government research officers.
Myself, Dr. Ravindra Kale from KVK Vashim. Can you share the details of the farmer's name and his mobile number from Sangli, where you have installed this RAS culture?
Yes, sure, sir. So we will share our email ID as well as phone
Okay.
number. Maybe after this meeting, you can get in touch with us. We will share one-on-one.
Okay. Actually, I would like to submit a proposal to NFDB also. I would like to install that RAS system at our KVK site. So your company will also actually do a consultancy. So I would like to know about the project cost and all details. So I will mail you the guide or provide the information for the submission of the proposal.
Sure, sir. Sure, sir. So I will share you. I have shared you my email ID as well as I am sharing my number in the chat box. So you can get in touch with me. We will definitely help you out with that. I have
Actually, there is
just
a
now
very
shared.
large scope in our Vidarbha because so many farm ponds, lining farm ponds has been established. And now I'm giving the technological backstopping to the 73 farmers. Now, around 600 to 700 kg of Katla and Cyprus. Both the two species are they are culturing, but due to lack of inputs, that is a fortified feed, then all the chemicals, it is not easily available in the Vidarbha. Total up to the Nagpur. Basically, I am in Washim district, so we are lacking so many things. So there is a need to provide the inputs which is required to the aquaculture. So it is my humble request. So connect with the KVK and whatever these inputs available in the market, can I put that inputs in my KVK system?
Yes, sir. You can definitely use the inputs that are available in the market. You can share the details with us. We will do a scrutiny. So as of now, what we are doing is that we are developing our own supplements, etc. And what you have to do, if you are purchasing the inputs from the market, that is the feeds, etc., you can use our supplements. And also, we are also supplying fingerlings. So we are not supplying the fry. But if you are getting good quality fry, you can also grow them into the fingerlings in this type of RAS systems, and then you can distribute to the farmers, which will give you more results than what they're getting today.
My colleague Kale from Wasim, there is at about 152 or 200 farm in Nanded district in Maharashtra, and farmers also starting this fish production in farm barn, but they don't get the expected income and output, and there are some technical issues. Subhash Sarkar, sir, would give good presentation, but my question whether there is any government study on the machine suggested by this sir, and will he provide technical guidance and major solution to our problem in Maharashtra? So this is my question.
Yes, sir, sure. So, sir, there is a subsidy of 50 to 60%, both from central and state, equally distributed. So, central will have 25% and state will have another 25 to 40%, 30%. So, this subsidy can be availed if the application is submitted to the district fisheries, and then it goes to NFDB for further approval. So my recommendation is that if we can form a cluster and route the application, then the approval process is better. And also we have couple of bankable propositions also, where 12 years of loan tenure is getting provided by the banks, and 2 years of moratorium, where first 2 years you don't have to pay anything. And this is how we can look into the funding side of things. And apart from that, sir, we provide complete biological support to the clusters for 1 year. We depot, if it is taken in cluster, we depute our engineers also for all the machinery maintenance part, and also we depot a aquatic worker who looks into the complete training and handholding of the farmers. They visit every site. They teach the farmer what kind of monitoring they have to do. And since most of the systems is automated and disease preventive, there is not a very huge learning curve for the farmer. So in one cycle only, the farmer will be able to master this kind of technology, adopt and really scale up. And apart from that, we can provide the buyback also to the produce that is given by the cluster. Just like Uber driver, he don't have to worry about the passenger. So same way, the farmer don't have to worry where he have to sell the stock. We can do the buyback.
Can you provide the training to our rural youths? Already 6 to 7 rural youths are interested to establish this such type of units in Washim district. So can you provide the training, practical training at your side?
Yes, sir, definitely. We can provide. So currently we do not have this full-fledged training facility, but we are in working even with this SIFA and SIFI to develop the training centers. We don't have a formal training centers yet, but we are working for that. But yes, definitely, as you have mentioned, we will look into the proposal and we'll let you know how to take this forward.
That RS system is useful for only that fishes you have mentioned, that tilapia or singi or my question is that is it possible to harvest that rohu or katla in RS system when Odisha marketing system of Odisha is concerned?
Okay. Yeah, very good question, sir. So RAS system as of now is very early stage for Rohu and Katla. So we are still conducting research where we are developing different kind of tanks for Rohu and Katla. So not we have not yet released a model for Rohu and Katla yet, but definitely if you wanted to increase the existing production in pond, then we have a pond-based RAS systems which we call Talab Bandhu, where we are converting half a acre pond or 10,000 feet pond into RAS system. So if you want to go for that kind of system, definitely Rohu and Katla can be cultured. That's all I can say.